You are watching Africa English Time, ladies and gentlemen, fellow followers. Wherever you are, we greet you and we say welcome to Africa English Time, the best way to practice and the best place to enjoy. Today, guys, we're so happy again, like a single sunny day to receive you upon this 22nd edition of Africa English Time. And as we said, this TV show, we have never been alone. We have always been supported by this beautiful public, in which I want everyone to make a great clap for ourselves, guys. Every single week, those communities, they are here to support this platform. And we say thank all of you for coming. Like always, we have our host and our guests. The first host of this TV show is our international teacher, travel all around the world, teacher at Aiché University, and also in charge of performing what we call teaching time. Sir.
Yes, sorry.
How are you?
Great, sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be back to you.
You okay for today's topic?
200%.
Let's clap for Adama, please. The second host of this TV show, she's so beautiful. She's the president of PES, which is Platform of English Speakers, and also she's in charge of performing what we call Discovering Time. Big clap for Aiché, please. How are you?
I am fine, Dramane.
You okay for today's topic?
Yes, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes.
Big clap for again to Aiché GOUMANE. AISB Global International Parliament's objective and opportunities. These are our main topic of today. We're going to talk about something very important, something very crucial that concerns our community, that's concerned with youth, and that concerns particularly the future generation for youth, guys. And for that, we receive a special guest from the special community, which is the American International School of Bamako. And our first guest, he's a great diplomat, he loved so much our culture. He's an international teacher, of course. People know him at Christopher Slattery. Big clap for Slattery, please. And the second one, she's also so beautiful. She's a student at American International School. She is really engaged about this global parliament. We're going to talk about it. Big clap for Maimouna HAIDARA, please. Mesdames et messieurs, vous qui nous suivez sur la page Facebook de Africa Télévision ou de Africa English Time, pour vous aider à vous installer très confortablement, nous allons revenir juste après le jingle. Welcome back to Africa English Time, the best way to practice and the best place to enjoy. Christophe, take your mic, please. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having us.
It's a great pleasure for us to have you today.
AISB is very happy to be here and to share our program and our school and our love of learning and our fears about the future, because as you say, it's coming whether we're ready for it or not.
Absolutely.
And 10 years from now, the young ones will be our age, maybe 20 years, and we want to help prepare them for what's ahead.
Let's clap for Christophe, please. Maimouna.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, you?
You okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to our TV show.
Thank you.
So let's clap for Maimouna, please. Christophe, I'll be back with you. First, paramount, we're going to talk about the global parliaments, the objectives and the opportunities. So what is exactly this global parliament we're talking about?
Well, our idea was really an MUN. An MUN is a model United Nations. And so the idea is students in role. So students as ambassadors of the world, solving the problems, resolving the issues of today, the past and the future. And so we're looking at a global parliament where our students from AISB and from some other local schools and universities are collaborating together as ambassadors to resolve the issues of the future. So they're representing ambassadors of different countries, and they're debating and negotiating and trading and hopefully designing a treaty that will lead to a more peaceful and prosperous world for everyone.
Okay, so it's not limited only for those people who attend at ISB school, right?
No, exactly. We have partners, or we've invited some of our friends from les scolaires, les CIM. We have students, I believe, from ISPRIC, Hashtag, Memo Soup, EN Soup, Soup Management. So a few students from each. We have some ambassadors in attendance. The ambassador of Turkey will be there participating. He, like myself, is a game player. He loves games and intrigue. And the Senegal,
Okay.
the ambassador of Senegal will be there as the keynote speaker at our closing ceremony. And we hope we also have support from the Embassy of India.
Okay, I think we're gonna come back on that. But
Sure.
let's talk about the historical context. Why and how why did you initiate this kind of program?
Well, it's part of our philosophy at AISB. We like to run special programs for our students that are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. And by putting them in the role, by giving them the comfort to solve some problems, I think we all know we've all been young at some point, and adults often and understandably sometimes overlook what young people see about the world. We think that a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old has no idea politically about what's happening.
Absolutely.
But we don't ask them. And at our school, we do. We want to engage even young people in thinking about the future, thinking about their world, and understanding that the choices they make will have ramifications. And so even in grade 6, I think we have some of our grade 6s here in the house today, grade 6 to 12. So all of our middle school and high school students engaged, collaborating together to really, again, negotiate, solve some problems, and be ready. So once they leave our school, that they're not intimidated by the world as much, that they're
Okay.
able to face it head on, the problems.
Because they've been prepared before.
Critical thinking, problem solving, exactly. The
Okay.
confidence.
Let's clap for Christophe,
Okay,
please.
thank you.
Maimouna. So I think you as a student also of ISB school. So what do you think about this program?
I feel like this program helps us students be able to have diplomatic conversations within each other and with older people. And it also helps us see the world differently. We are more aware of the problems of the world, and especially seeing the future as a dystopia is scary, but at the same time, it helps us think about the ways we can make it not turn into a dystopia. So in the end, it's just going to help all of the students in the future to build a better future for everyone.
Have you ever participated in a program?
Yes, we do multiple programs like these. We had 2 other MUNs. We had the Treaty of Sèvres, and most of the time our English exams tend to be a kind of performance like this, where you need to learn a subject and then you perform it while giving your ideas. And
Okay. So Christophe, this is the first edition or the second one?
This is the first time that I've run the Global Dystopian Parliament in Mali, but previously students in Burkina Faso, Berlin, and Kuwait have played through this. This is something that I created in 2011 with colleagues in Kuwait, and I've refined it over the years, and I'm so happy that the students voted. So even the first day of school this year in August, I had all of my students from grade 6 to 12 choose one of 4 topics, and this was the overwhelming topic, dystopia. And I know some of your viewers might not know what that is. If I may just quickly say, a dystopia is the sort of the counterpart of a utopia. A utopia is that perfect future that we all dream of, that often we think of world peace, right? A utopia. Whereas a dystopia is a nightmare version of that. It's a future through a glass darkly. Things typically in literature, you see 1984, Brave New World, The Hunger Games, The Handmaid's Tale. There are thousands of movies and books about the future, often where a government's oppressing the people and thought is controlled and policed. And so, again, the students seized upon this idea, I think, because a lot of teenagers naturally have anxiety about the future.
Okay.
And this is one way for them, at least politically, to think about how they might go about even anticipating some of the problems that will come up in their lifetimes.
Okay.
So we're bringing them into a dystopia, but of their own choice. And I think that's meaningful as well, because we're not just forcing our students to confront some of the horrors of the world, but they've chosen this, which I think is meaningful. It shows that they're risk takers. It shows that they're ready for the challenge.
Okay. Thank you. Let's clap for him, please. Teacher,
Yes, sorry.
today we talk about future.
For sure.
So in 10 years, in 20 years, how life is going to be.
Yeah, sorry, it's interesting topic. We thank our guests from AISB to be present here on Africa English Time. And then, sorry, before I get started with that global topic,
Okay.
and then you will allow me to give my professional idea, my professional opinion about, US. Because it's not surprising, sorry, for US, to initiate such kind of program. Because, historically, if you check the education of US, we would see that I mean, US has been famous for the quality of the training, for the quality of the teaching, for the quality of the researches, for the quality even of the program and scholarship. So this is obvious.
Okay.
But I mean, when we eat our guests, we sometimes eat some vocabulary like political, like parliament, like government. So that will give the idea of democracy, because US is a very model, I mean, example of in terms of democracy all around the world.
Okay.
So if we say democracy is composed of a lot of values, and then among the value we have equal justice, we have very good leadership, as she said, and we also have, we have also the right to education, the right to vote, and all of our stuff. These are some values of democracy, and then the US want to travel with those values and then extend it to over student, to over university all around the world. So if we come back to the topic now, we said global parliament objective and opportunities. What do we understand from that? Mr. Christopher is here, and we also have Ms. Maimouna with us. And then some questions are really crucial regarding that program. For example, why, the motivation, and also what does it mean exactly, concretely, distinctively, and definitely how they account to undertake it, I mean, so that the audience can understand. Thank you.
Okay, let's clap for him, please. Aiché, do you want to say something?
Yes, I think this program is one of the most important programs that pupils, students can have, because now we are living in the world that sometimes you don't understand. There are many kind of things, war, many things.
Yeah.
So it's better for teenagers to know what is happening in the world and get prepared mentally to face those situations in the coming years. So it's one of the best programs, and I really appreciate the program.
Okay, Christophe, she appreciate the program. Now you come back about your own motivation. You really engage about this program. Why?
Well, I suppose I love my job. I love working with students. I think there's nothing more noble or better that one could do with one's time than engaging the future, and the students are the future. And so the fact that they're interested, I mean, I try to bring literature alive. As Maimouna said, our final exams are often a trial of somebody famous. We've had the trial of Frankenstein, the trial of Nefertiti, and this year we'll have our final exam in June will be the trial of Sundiata Keita and Mansa Musa. And so we'll have all of our students dressed up as the families, as the people who were alive at that time, and they write their reflections. And again, it's about students really developing their skills, their ability to communicate, their confidence, their comfort. And when you ask a student, if I just ask anyone to stand up and speak, they're probably going to be nervous.
Yeah,
but if I say stand up and pretend you're the ambassador of Canada, they can step out, they can sort of separate in their mind, and it gives them some confidence.
Definitely.
And so I think when everybody's in role, they reinforce each other. So when everybody's looking at each other and dressed as ambassadors, it kind of elevates, even in their own mind, the situation, and it becomes a little more real, and they feel a little more mature, and they learn how to deal, as Maimouna said, diplomatically with each other. And that's, I think, what we want at the end of the day. We want them to be able to communicate, and we want a better world, just as Miss Aiché says, right? We're scared of or Miss GOUMANE, sorry. We're scared of the future in some ways, and what even today, the present is filled with horrors that, are not for this program, but we do want to address them, because if we don't inform the younger generation and let them also explore, they won't be prepared for the future. And I think we do them a disservice if we don't gently and gradually introduce the realities of the world.
Okay, let's clap for Christophe, please. Maimouna, I'll be back with you as a student also. Sometimes, feel like ambassador, feel like a diplomat, feel like a great engineer in the futures. How are you preparing to represent those great leaders in the futures?
So because our school is not only based off of grades, like grades are important, but we have a broader context of the world. Because of things like this, we end up seeing the world from different point of views.
Okay.
So being able, I'm supposed to represent NAU, North America, the northern part. So then I have to now see the world from their point of view. I need to think about how much money they own and see what that,
Yay! Let's clap for her, please.
So basically, you have to see the world from their point of view.
Okay.
And that helps us as students in the future. Being able to conversate in large groups is very
Okay.
important if you
Okay.
do want to become something in the
So
world.
I think they will also teach you how to like speak before people, public speaking, and also
Yes.
you learn also from those history, as maybe the north of United States. You learn from the culture, the economy before you present them, right? So clap for her, please, Christophe. So we want to know the main particularity of this program for this year, 2023 program.
Well, I suppose the main particulars in terms of the event or the
Yes,
content,
yes.
we're imagining a future world where the 193 members of the United Nations, after 10 years of upheaval and war and nuclear exchange, we've resulted in 16 countries or 16 nation states,
16
6.
countries.
So 193 down to 16. And so those 16 represent the entire world. And for our viewers at home, they can think of it like regional blocks. So the European Union has grown. The African Union has become a sovereign state with Bamako as its capital. But the individual capitals maintain their strength. But it's kind of like Brussels is to the European Union. In our future, Bamako has become that centralized bureaucracy of an African Union. And so we have different regions of the world, and each region is bringing one issue, one impediment to peace. So something that is preventing world peace. And so our 16 countries represented again by a cross-section of grade 6 to university to even an ambassador.
Didn't you think that the program is quite good, quite full for the attenders?
Oh, it's definitely full. Arguing even 3 topics over a day and a half is a lot. We're going to argue 16 topics. But again, we set the bar high. The challenge is there, and we do the best to meet it. And we understand we're human. If we have to adjust in the reality of the day, maybe we cut time. Maybe we try to finagle or add or subtract. I mean, we have to be able to roll with it, and I think it will be fine. It is a challenging program, but again, if you never attempt something difficult, you don't know if you can really do it.
Absolutely.
And more often than not, we attempt it and we succeed. Just this week, half of the students in this room presented Macbeth and Hamlet, and some of these students have spoken English for less than 2 years, and they were presenting the finest form of English literature, Shakespeare, in front of each other and many teachers earlier on this week. And so
again, I think English also is the most important. Can we manage this program? Can we participate without speaking English?
Yes, a great question. And yes, we have several of our guests are not as comfortable perhaps as our students, or we certainly at this table are speaking English, and we want our guests to feel comfortable. And so by all means, questions en français, on peut débattre. The debate could be in French. The questions, the speeches, the ambassador of Senegal, for example, will deliver his address in French. I believe, even though he's welcome, and we were speaking English yesterday, so I know he's able, but we want our guests to be comfortable. And so French or English are both very welcome.
Or Bambara.
Bambara would be great too. I'm learning the difference. Right? Kele here, I'm learning the difference, and a little bit. We have some vocabulary. Even Mandarin Chinese would be interesting because in our future world, Russia and China have joined, and Sino-Russia is the new hegemon. And even today, there is some precedent. Even that, the dystopia we've built, like the literature of Margaret Atwood, the seeds are planted today or even in the past, and we've just grown and we've seen what's come of them. And so,
definitely. So let's clap for Christophe here, please. Maimouna, I'll be back with you. Organize those program is not easy at all. You may face as student, you may face to sometimes a lot of challenge. I want to represent Texas, for example. What I'm gonna say, how are you preparing those challenges?
So to be honest, Mr. Slattery does most of the prep for most of our students. I mean, he gives us our countries. Well, he gives us the choice, and then from there, he gives us a bit of knowledge. But then we have to do some research to get into the body of who we're going to be representing. And to be honest, I think it's because we've done it multiple times, but it's not as much of a challenge personally to me, because you just go with the flow, you know, like it's kind of a game.
Yeah.
It's you have secrets, you have alliances, you have conflict. So from there, you kind of go with like it's like you're playing a game with your friends.
Okay.
And in the end, the outcome is going to probably be like whoever gets the most votes. So you just need to know how to play properly.
Okay. Let's clap for her, please. So I'll be back with you. Mainly, Christophe, organize those kind of program. You may at least face some challenges, or there's any challenges that since you've started organize this event?
Oh, sure. Well, I think there are always challenges, and that's some of the fun. At the moment, we've been limited in our approach to other universities.
Yeah,
because
particularly for the context of Mali, you know, there
Well,
are a lot of people who are awareness about this program.
Well, sure, but a lot of people are interested. But unfortunately, at the moment, some universities were on strike, some professors, some students. We've been trying to meet with people over the last few weeks, and it's been difficult when classes have been canceled. But again, we roll with it. We do the best we can. We're confident that we will succeed. And I believe maktub, right? It is written, so it's already sort of in my mind finished. Whenever I plan an event, I kind of already imagine that I'm through the event and I'm looking back at it and I'm trying to think of what I could have done better and how I could have arranged it better. But whenever one plans an event, you know, there are 1,000 working components and inevitably somebody will be sick the day of, and no amount of planning will make it a perfect event. And I'm also okay with that. I've planned enough events over the years. This is my 21st year teaching internationally. Okay. And I'm very confident at such conferences. I've been running them even as a student, participating, and the events that we do really, I think back to my own education in Canada, and I had great teachers, and the most enjoyable activities that I as a student experienced, I've tried to recreate those, refine them, and improve upon them for my own students over the past. So.
Okay. Let's clap for him, please. You want to say something before?
Yeah, sorry, because if you see, as you just said just now, you mentioned about challenges, of course, because Mr. Christopher and his team, they have a lot of things to do. I mean, when preparing such a very global, contest. So my question is about the contribution of the U.S. Embassy, because as you know, Africa English Time and U.S. Embassy, we are getting on very well. Yeah. So we understand each other very well, and then we would like just to ask Mr. Christopher, what's the contribution of the U.S. Embassy of Mali, in this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dembele, for the question. And in fact, we exist as AISB because of the patronage of the American Embassy. So we are here, even though America and Canada, several countries at the moment, this is a non-family post diplomatically. So children or family members under the age of 21 are not permitted in the country, which is, I believe, still true of America. However, the American school and the American embassy here at Bamako supports our school. Our school board has a member from the American embassy, and they support us with security at the school. They support us with special events. We just had a Halloween party about a month ago, and the American Marines came in and they designed a haunted house. So again, they're in the background. To this event specifically, we did not invite the American ambassador. He has, well, great question. Diplomatically, well, let me think of a great way to phrase it. But we did have, he spoke at our most recent graduation event. And so we don't like to over-invite somebody. Okay. So we don't want every time we run a special event, as Maimouna said, we run maybe 2 or 3 a year. For this event specifically, America in our world, as China and Russia have joined together in our dystopian literary world, America has been balkanized. So we've imagined that Washington has ceased to exist and has become 5 new countries. 5 cities have said, we're the new capital of America. New York, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Dallas, and Chicago. Exactly. And so for that reason, even diplomatically, it might be a little trickier to have the American ambassador represented at a conference where there is no America. Okay, no problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to move on to the next rubric, which is Discovering Time, qui sera performé par Aiché GOUMANE juste après le jingle.
Bienvenue sur Africa Télévision et vous êtes à votre rubrique Discovery Time, and I hope you're ready for today Discovery Time. Today Discovery Time will be a game, and I believe that you will love the game. So let's go. I need some volunteers, like two people here, and I will be asking. I think they are ready. Yes, come please.
Wow.
Let's clap for them.
Let's clap for them, please.
Yes.
Two more, ladies?
Yes. Please come.
Two more? Okay.
Here. Yeah. I think we're going to mix. Yes. One here, one here. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Great. So I'm going to ask, I'm going to give you a letter. So you will the first person will give the name of a country starting by the letter. The second will give the name of the town. The third will give the name of the fruit. And the last one will give the name of a name starting with this letter. Is it fine?
Yes.
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 Ok, so le jeu, on va le faire, je vais donner une lettre en français, en anglais. Donc, ils vont essayer de donner un mot, un nom de pays, un nom de fruit, commençant par cette lettre. C'est bon?
Oui.
Okay, so we start with the first letter, A.
Afghanistan.
Okay, this is the country, the town, starting by A. 1, 2,
Atlanta.
okay. And the fruit?
Apple.
The name?
Aminata.
Okay. So you know. Okay, we're going to go with the second letter, the letter G.
Germany.
Okay, we go. 1.
town.
Yes. We go. The fruit. 1.
Guayaba.
Yes. Yes.
A name.
The mic, please.
Giovanni.
Okay. Let's clap for them. I think one has to go and sit at least. You are getting all the... No, please stay. Okay. So we're going to do like this now. Okay. So we have a name of a country starting by P. 1.
Pennsylvania.
Is it a country?
No.
Okay, so let's clap for our brother. Thank you. You can have a seat. Okay. We start again with okay, we change the letter because she's looking at me like this. Okay, with a name of a country starting by M.
M.
Yeah.
Mali.
Okay. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's clap for her. Thank you. Okay, so we have 2. Let's clap for them. We're going to see who will be the winner. So now we go. The name of a country, the name of a town. So, yeah. A name of a country starting by M, but not Mali.
Monrovia.
Is it a country?
No.
A country? No. Is it a capital? Okay. So, okay, it's okay. So, a name of a country starting by M. 1, 2,
Moldova.
3.
I don't.
Yes. Okay. So we have 1 point here. Okay, we go again. A name of a country starting by S. 1.
Spain.
Okay. The town. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now this is the last one, and we're going to see who is the winner. 1-1. Okay. A name of a country starting by B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bulgaria.
A name of a town starting by B. If you get, you are the winner.
Bangkok.
Okay, so thank you. What's your name, please?
Jason.
Thank you, Jason. You are the winner. Let's clap for our winner. And let's clap for all the participants. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you you're going to love the game, and I believe that you loved it. So see you next time for another Discovery Time. Bye-bye.
Let's clap for Aiché, please. Great, Christophe. I'll come back with you. We do enjoy the game. So we want to know mainly what could be the main impacts of this program in Malian youth, particularly.
Well, we hope specifically our participants will feel a little more confident speaking English.
Okay.
You've mentioned earlier that number one fear that most of us have is speaking in front of each other, speaking in front of a crowd. And it's certainly a challenge that most of us don't like. And the idea of speaking on a microphone in front of 80 people is daunting for even many adults. And so that we're trying to help even 10, 11, 12-year-old students comfortable and speaking at an event where there are university students and sitting ambassadors. There's a little bit of, they might feel a little intimidated, but at the same time, they feel kind of like, I think right here, comfortable. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to, right, lose your train of thought for a moment, and they're in a safe space. And so we want them to really build their knowledge of the world, as Maimouna mentioned earlier, about doing some research, building their confidence, building their diplomatic skills, trading. Part of the game, as Maimouna said, there is sort of a game aspect. We have, they'll be trading oil and food and water and energy. And so part of the game, in between debating rounds, they'll be trading. And so if their country's looking for a certain resource, they'll have time for lobbying and merging and trading. So we want them aware of resources, each other. Hopefully, though, our final goal is seeing that we can coexist and respect other people, even if we don't agree with them.
Okay, let's clap for Christopher, please. Maimouna, do you speak French?
Yeah, but
you feel comfortable in English. So you as a student, according to what could be the most impacts, of this program and for young people here?
I think that it helps already creating connections with other students. I know that sometimes in our school we kind of do feel isolated from the outside world because we don't really mix all the time. So you do create contacts with people, and also I feel like if you come over and you see from our perspective, like how to talk diplomatically, and even if your English is not the best, you're going to understand. And you also understand that like being all together is easier to get to conclusions, because sometimes I do feel like as adolescents, we do feel like we have to figure everything out alone. But this does help us figure out that no, you do need other people to help you, and working together actually is better and it's more efficient than being alone.
Let's clap for Maimouna, please. Ladies and gentlemen, nous allons enchaîner rapidement avec la rubrique suivante qui est Teaching Time, qui sera performée par notre professeur international du jour, Mr. Adama DEMBELE, juste après le jingle.
All right, we thank the viewers for watching Africa English Time. For sorry, our topic for today, for the lessons, is very simple. In one word, tell me. We said acronyms, huh? Acronyms. Okay, sorry, how do we proceed? First of all, we talk about the historical context, motivation, for selecting this topic, and after then we give the definition, and finally we will give some example that will be supported with Aiché GOUMANE. Is it okay? Yeah. Great. On va d'abord commencer par le contexte historique, because acronym, a lot of people don't know about acronyms. One day, a teacher of English has phoned to me and asked me, what does it mean, FBI?
Okay,
Yeah,
FBI.
It's strange, sorry. It's strange because as a teacher, we do suppose you know a lot of vocabularies, but it did happen. Being a teacher and knowing about acronym is something different. So that means although you are a teacher, you don't know about acronyms. So sorry, acronym is a very recent vocabulary. I mean, it is back to century ago, around 19th century. We have created around 1940s. Okay, we started with the first acronym have been created. This was around 1940. And then, sorry, from then, today, we assist, to a lot of creation of acronyms.
Okay.
It's very common in English, to hear about acronyms in someone's speech, or otherwise something is written, we could hear, we could see, an acronym in the writing formation. But
Okay.
not a lot of people understand, those acronyms. So that's the reason why we have decided to talk about acronyms today.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Great. Now, coming back to the definition, we say acronym belong to the family of abbreviation. This is something that is common also in English. We talk about abbreviation. Nous parlons des abréviations. Abbreviation, what does it mean? It's the shortened form. Most of the time, we pick the initial letters parce qu'il faut connaître les lettres. Donc, on se base sur le commencement du mot. Les premières lettres qui forment le mot, qui composent le mot.
Okay.
So we pick the first letter, and then those first letters are picking from other vocabularies.
Okay.
Et donc, ils deviennent ensemble un autre mot.
D'accord.
C'est pas sûr si tu es sûr
Non,
de me
avec
comprendre.
les exemples, on va
D'accord.
comprendre.
On va donner les exemples pour dire tout simplement qu'il s'agit d'une sélection de vocabulaire. Maintenant, cette sélection de vocabulaire, vous allez voir que nous allons nous intéresser au commencement du mot. C'est-à-dire, c'est les premières lettres que nous prenons. Et ces premières lettres-là, nous les prenons dans chaque mot. Et ensemble, ces premières lettres vont former un autre vocabulaire. This is what we mean acronyms.
Okay.
But initially, people call him initialism. But along the time today, it's very common to hear about acronyms. So
Okay.
this is for the definition. Sorry, but acronym also, they have classification.
Really?
Because, yeah, of course,
Okay.
they have classification. The vocabulary is common. The calling is almost same, but the classification will show some differences, some mere differences, with the acronyms. So that's the reason why we will talk about 3 categories for today.
Okay.
The first category is acronym itself.
Okay.
The second category will be initialism also. And the third category will be contractions.
Okay.
Donc, ça fait les 3 catégories. Donc, d'abord, on a acronyme. Ensuite, on a initialism. Et finalement, vous avez les contractions.
D'accord.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Great. And then, sorry, if we talk about acronyms, we said we pick only the first letter from the vocabularies. And then those first letters together, they will constitute another vocabulary.
Okay.
Is it okay? With the example, they will understand, obviously.
Definitely.
Because the name of our platform is Africa English Time. Africa, we begin with A. English, we begin with E. And then time also starts with T.
Yes.
So we can say Africa English Time is AET.
AET, yes.
Is it okay?
Okay.
So this is the acronym formation. Aisha will give me the example for acronym. Tell me.
The first one is NATO.
Is NATO. It's very common to hear about NATO. Somebody will say it's something that have to do with the European countries. Yes, of course. But NATO also is acronym. Why? Because N does represent a vocabulary, A does represent a vocabulary, T also, O also does represent a vocabulary.
Okay.
So if you say NATO, that we say North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Donc, ça veut dire qu'il y a eu un traité, normalement. Et donc, ce traité-là, c'est à la suite de ce traité qu'on a créé cette organisation qu'on appelle NATO. Et tout simplement, c'est une convergence, justement, de pays européens en vue de défendre les biens, également le contexte militaire
en français
de
facile.
ces pays.
Est-ce que acronyms, ça veut dire abréviation?
Oui, c'est ça justement le mot.
Ah, d'accord.
Voilà, mais c'est le vocabulaire acronyme
bon, non?
qui fatigue les gens. Oui, bien sûr, parce que acronyme, je l'ai dit au commencement, en anglais, je l'ai dit que acronyme fait partie de la famille des abréviations.
Ok.
Voilà, donc acronyme, s'il doit avoir un grand-père, son grand-père, c'est l'abréviation.
D'accord.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Great. And then after the first vocabulary with NATO, we come back, and that is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The second vocabulary Aisha will give me. Tell me. ECOWAS, yeah, this is very common. This is with us here because Mali also is a member, legitimate member of ECOWAS as Senegal. Mr. Christopher mentioned, and also Ivory Coast, Burkina. Yeah. Donc ça aussi c'est une grande organisation. But we will see the acronym ECOWAS is a little bit longer. C'est un peu long, ça fatigue les apprenants. ECOWAS, that we say E for economic, C for community, O for organization, W for West African, for A African, state that will be
Let's clap for teacher, please.
This is ECOWAS. Vous dites tout simplement en français la CEDEAO parce que si on dit ils connaissent ça. And then the English version that will give ECOWAS.
Okay.
So this is, for example, there are a lot of acronyms, but we will stop here for
Can't
the
we
acronyms.
say CDAO? Is it impossible
But this
to
is
say?
not English.
This is
For
the
French,
English.
this is CEDEAO.
Okay.
English version, we said ECOWAS.
ECOWAS.
Economic Community of West African States.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Great. And then after Aiché, you will just wait for me. We explain, the second category, that is initialism. On a dit que les abréviations en anglais ont été créées avec les acronymes dans les environs de 1940. Maintenant, le problème, c'est quoi? C'est qu'on ne les appelait pas acronymes, mais on les appelait originellement initialism.
Initialism.
Oui.
Okay.
C'est lui le vieux vocabulaire.
D'accord.
And then initialism also, what's initialism? Initialism is different from acronym. Otherwise, they both are working with the initial letters, but with initialism, as the name said, we will take the initial letter,
Okay.
but be careful. When we pronounce, we have to pronounce very distinctively. Ça veut dire quoi? Avec ECOWAS, c'est le mot qu'on a dit, mais avec les initialismes, c'est les lettres que vous devez dire un à un.
D'accord.
Je ne sais pas si vous me faites comprendre.
Oui, allez-y.
Aiché will give me the example.
We have USA.
USA. United States of America.
Okay.
Mais comme on le dit, on ne peut pas le dire en un seul mot, il faut le dire distinctivement. Ça veut dire USA. We can also have a very common example with the United Kingdom. They say UK.
UK,
Donc,
yeah.
tu ne peux pas le dire en un seul mot, mais il faut le dire séparément. Each letter has to be pronounced very distinctively. For
Okay.
example, UK, we say United Kingdom. Another example with initialism,
FBI.
FBI, yeah, this is the question from the teacher. That is FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Okay.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. Donc, également, c'est un organe du gouvernement américain, donc qui assure également la protection des biens et des personnes au sein des États-Unis à l'intérieur.
D'accord.
Okay, sorry, finally, we will finish with the last with the last context, of acronyms.
Okay.
That is what we call the contraction. Students obviously know about the contraction, because if you said, what's the contraction of can, they will say cannot.
Okay.
Negative of can, they will say cannot. And what's the contraction of cannot, they will say can't.
Okay.
Mais quand tu dis can't, you drop some vocabularies. So this is the particularity with the contraction, because with the contraction, we have to drop some letters. Ça veut dire qu'il y a des vocabulaires, if there is omission, il y a des vocabulaires qu'il faut laisser tomber.
D'accord.
Is it okay? Des lettres qu'il faut laisser tomber du moins. Tell me.
We have LTD.
We have LTD. It's very common to say this.
LTD.
Yeah, LTD. This is in the context of corporation, companies, and enterprises.
Okay.
We see that people are giving the name of the company and they would say LTD. Is it okay?
Yes.
Et donc, quand ils mettent LTD, c'est pour parler de limited. But you have to see, limited is written with L-I-M-I-T-E-D. Donc, vous voyez que ça fait beaucoup de lettres. But when we have to form the acronym that is contraction, we take only two letters, that is LTD.
Okay.
C'est comment, bon, les étudiants le savent, Maimouna le sait, parce qu'on ne va pas tout le temps dire professeur, mais elle va dire
Prof.
voilà, exactement, parce que prof également fait partie de contraction qui n'est pas acronyme, qui n'est pas initialisme, mais qui est tout simplement contraction.
D'accord.
Parce qu'on doit laisser tomber le E, le 2S, et le E, et le U, et le R.
Okay.
Donc, ce qui va donner prof tout simplement. Aiché, we have the last example
We
with
have
contraction.
Mr. like M and R.
Yeah, M and R, Mr. Mr, it spells M-I-S-T-E-R. Donc, ça fait beaucoup de lettres. Donc, quand on doit contracter, ça va donner M-R également. So, definitely, these are the three categories for acronym we would like to share with our audience. Thank you.
Let's clap for our international teacher, please. Every single week, our international teacher, Mr. DEMBELE, tried to share something, a basis of English with us. Thank you very much. Now we're going to move on to the last rubric, which is public show, le temps d'intervention du public pour des questions ou des questions ou des contributions en français ou en anglais, juste après le jingle for public show.
Yeah, my question is,
Kindly introduce yourself.
my name is Suleiman Sukuna,
Okay.
and I was a student, but actually I finished my studies. But I would like to know if I could participate on this program, because I've heard you saying that many students will participate. Now I'm not a student, so I'm really interested in politics. So that's why I really like to express myself publicly and to gain more and more confidence over time.
Okay, no problem.
As non-student,
I was a student, but I finished. No, not really.
No,
Now
no
I
longer students, as non-students.
Yeah, I was
no
a
problem.
student
We're gonna
before.
come back. We're gonna come back for the answer. Okay, let's clap for him, please.
Yeah.
Yes, another one.
Yes.
Good day
My
to
name
you.
is Shazil Khalid Hussein, and I am jolly welcome on air for being here. And secondly, I want send my greeting to our today's guest. I'm really happy for being here as I see them. And my question is, so many times it happens a student will feel scholarship opportunities. Maybe it happens you'll see 100 of students, but probably it is only 2 that can be successfully done. So I want to know whether there is a sequence that when you follow, you can be very accepted, especially for the Africans. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
So my name is Nene Koulibaly, and I'm a student at ISB.
Okay.
And I feel very happy to participate to this project. And for the MUN, I think it's a very good project because we all communicate with each other. We gain confidence and knowledges by doing the MUN. I think the MUN is a very good project, and I'm very happy to be at ISB and contribute to the
Wow,
project.
let's clap for her, please. Another one. Take our winner. Our winner.
Hi, my name is Jason Lemstra.
Stand up.
And I'm excited to be here today because I've never been on TV before. So
Okay.
that's fun. And about MUN, last year I did it. I was in 6th grade and I thought it was really fun. We
Okay.
didn't do it like but anything special. We did it as the normal countries
Okay.
of the UN, and it was really fun last year. So I'm excited to do it this year.
Okay. Now is your first time to be on TV, right?
Yeah.
Face to the camera and greet your parent that you are on TV.
Hi.
Let's clap for him, please.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Abdullah HAIDARA. I'm a
Okay.
former student at Sub Management, and it's a huge pleasure for me to be here. And I want to ask Christopher Slattery, what are your expectations from university students
Okay.
want to take a part to this meeting? What are you waiting from them? Thanks.
Okay.
Yes.
My name is Husseini Dumia. I'm a member active at Flussel English Club.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a student at Flussel English Club. My question is for Christophe. Christophe, what did you motivate you to create this program? And nowadays, do you want to develop this program for everybody or everywhere?
My name is Fatma Maiga. I'm studying of Arabic department.
Okay.
My question is, after finish the studies, can we have a job there? For example, a teacher there.
Can you be a teacher there?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes.
My name is Usman Muhammad Yusuf Mega.
Okay.
I'm study in English department.
Okay.
Okay. We know nowadays English is the most spoken language in the world.
Absolutely.
It is the important language. But in my country, Mali, we study language, we don't study the job. After English, what will you do? After our study, what will you do?
Okay.
Nelson Mandela said education is the
Most powerful weapon you can choose.
which you
change the
can use
world.
to change the world.
Definitely.
But after English, what will you do
Okay.
to change our, the world?
Okay, I have just one question for you. Why you decide to go at FLSL English department? I have question for you. Answer my question. Yes. Give him the mic.
But I love English.
Okay.
But we love English. We must know English. After English, what will you do?
So
again?
after this, after your English study, what do you want to do?
Me?
Yes.
Bon. I don't
You don't know? Clap for him, please.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I think this is the last one.
Okay. Duncan is my name. I'm a teacher at AISB.
Okay.
I just want to pose a question also as a thought to Mr. Slattery. You are a teacher at AISB. What was your motivation towards involving external student bodies, especially university students and so on? and how does it tie to the AISB mission and vision?
Okay.
First, I want to say that Mr. Slattery is a wonderful teacher. It's always so fun to be with him.
No. Don't put sugar on your teacher, right? Is he a great teacher?
The others are wonderful too, but we always do super fun stuff with him. The classwork is very fun.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I ever had a bad day with you in your
Wow.
class. Yeah. And yeah.
That's nice. Great testimony.
Thank you.
My name is Umundraw from PES.
Okay.
My question is, where is ISB in Mali here?
Okay.
And if do they have an English club?
Okay. Voilà, mesdames et messieurs, c'était la public show, l'intervention du public pour poser des questions, faire des contributions. Nous avons vu qu'il y a eu beaucoup de réactions vis-à-vis de Christophe. As a great teacher, let's clap for Christopher, please. I'll keep you with you as if you're no longer a student. So how is it possible to attend the program?
Yes, we do have some of our guests already are former presidents of English clubs at Suit Management or at ISPRIC. So a student who attends every Saturday at ISPRIC but is not a student at ISPRIC, but he's part of the ISPRIC community, so he's certainly welcome to join our community.
Okay. I think HAIDARA said, what are you expecting from those anniversary for the program?
Well, we're expecting, like our students, that they're going to take on the challenge. They're going to do their best. They're going to speak in front of the crowd and try to negotiate and persuade and play the game of politics. That they're going to learn about the world, that they're going to collaborate with each other. And what I've seen in my own experience in Ouagadougou, where we had our students, often our students, and I think as we've seen today, our students are pretty confident in English. And we have about a third of our students at the American International School of Bamako are from Mali. A third are from outside of Mali, but Africa. And a third are from outside of Africa. So already we're a community that is very diverse. And even our young students, though, speak English fairly well. And some university students, often when you're older, it can be, I think you can share a little more and you can understand. I mean, you're less scared to make a mistake, perhaps, in front of a 10-year-old.
There's a limit of age?
No, again, I think from about 10 to, well, again, we have a sitting ambassador who's older than I am, I believe, or just about 45 as I am. So we have a range of ages, and our teachers, and we have some others are participating. We hope that you'll be there as Reuters World Press.
Course,
and so
I will be there.
NGOs, we have the IAEA, speaking about acronyms, so the Nuclear Watchdogs of the World, Interpol, the World Health Organization, the WHO.
Okay, so I think how many people are you expecting from this program?
We're expecting between 80 and 100 overall.
80 and
so it's
100.
not so large. I've run conferences of 250 to 400 before, but so this is a smaller conference, but we also have a smaller school. So
So I think the last question, how those people who are really interested in the program, how they can enjoy they can join the program?
Well, certainly if they are interested in the near future, and so members of our audience here today can certainly speak with me right after our program, and I would be very happy to take their information and to include them in our list. And we do have to pass our list to our security team, and of course, we would like to involve people, but as of about December 4th or 5th, we're going to try to close registration just so we can already start anticipating how many, for lunch, for chairs, for the setup.
Okay.
But up until early next week, we are open, and I'm happy to receive those who are interested. My email address, if I may give it.
Yeah. We share it.
We'll share it.
We share
Okay.
it for
And certainly somebody may contact me. And even if one of your viewers is not able to attend this event, I think we had a question about, is there an English club at AISB? And there is to some degree, but I think maybe this is something that we could also offer moving forward and try to develop. That we are opening up to the community a little more. And we would love that.
Thank you very much. Let's clap for Christophe, please. Là, on va faire un dernier tour de table, hein, professeur.
Yes, sorry. As Aiché said, I will start with the vocabulary used by Aiché at the very beginning. She said that it's something very important because the world is facing a lot of challenges, a lot of issues today, and some even don't understand. And then something that is really clear, Soare, is that, I mean, the people, the problems help people grow mentally. So that means whenever people do have problems, I mean, they take some experience, I mean, through those problems, and then that helps them become stronger. So I think this is the most particularity, I mean, of this program, because it's dedicated to a very younger audience. That is most of the audience are kids, are small children, otherwise young people. So it's important to train them so that they can be, I mean, qualified enough in order to overcome the challenges in the world in the coming years.
Okay,
thank you.
Let's clap for our teacher, please. Aiché.
Yes, I just want to thank our two guests, Maimouna, HAIDARA, thanks for being here. Mr. Christopher Slattery, thanks for being here. I really love the idea, and the idea of involving others people outside is also a great opportunity for all of us. So thanks for being here.
Great. Let's clap for Aiché, please. Maimouna, the last word for those people who want to join the program or...
I think that this program is a great opportunity to be able to explore your conversation, especially diplomatic conversations, and also to create contacts with people in the school and outside of the school. And overall, it's a great experience. We've done it multiple times, and I'm sad that it might be my last time to do it, but I would like to thank Mr. Slattery for bringing these programs to our school, because it was definitely a new fresh breath of air for all of the students. And thank you for having us over here.
Yeah, let's clap for Maimouna, please. Christopher, we're going to give you the last words. So for those who are interested in the program, whatever, and your last words.
Well, I think we do want to, our curricular concepts at the moment or so far this year have been development and community. And I think we see today that AISB, Mr. Duncan asked about our mission, and I think we are showing that we are developing our own network within the community. On est ensemble, oui, and so we love to meet people at other universities and other organizations to build. I mean, our goal is we're here to work together and to create a better future for all Malians. And I think as we become aware, if I could end, I suppose I'll end with the words of Thomas Sankara, the first official president of Burkina Faso as a country, who said we must dare to invent the future.
Absolutely.
And I think at AISB we are accepting that dare, and hopefully we will succeed in that future because we are brave.
How long have you been in Mali?
This is my third year in Mali.
Third year?
Yes.
Okay. Do you speak Bambara?
A little, fitini, don't me.
Yeah. Okay, I think your first time to be on a TV show, Africa English Time. How
it is, yes. Thank you.
What could be your impression?
Oh, very, very happy to be here. I was a little more nervous beforehand. Maimouna and I we spoke a little, but no, it's been, thank you to our hosts, Madame GOUMANE, Professor DEMBELE, Mr. SOUARE, thank you for having us. And we do look forward to future collaboration and watching. I don't have a television myself, so cable, I apologize, but I will do my best to watch the show.
Let's clap for our guests, please. Mesdames et messieurs, AISB Global Parliaments, Objectives and Opportunities, c'est un programme parlementaire pour le futur, dans 10 ans, dans 15 ans, comment le monde va se dérouler en tant qu'entrepreneur, en tant que diplomate, en tant qu'ingénieur, etc., etc. C'était là un peu en grand l'objectif de recevoir un peu l'enseignant, le professeur et l'étudiante de l'école internationale, de l'école américaine de Bamako, et Christopher et puis Maimouna. Alors, si vous voyez la bonne réalisation de cette édition, c'est grâce à une très grosse équipe de production de Africa Télévision qui ne ménage aucun effort pour vous donner de belles images, à commencer par Kofi, Sekou et Abdallah qui assuraient les caméras. Le son était assuré toujours par l'Internationale Bourama Soumano, avec comme le réalisateur qui assure d'ailleurs chef de production Moussa Doumbia, avec l'assistance de Diko et Abdoulatif. Thank you very much for watching. See you next Thursday, the same time on the same channel. Bye bye.